Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another video for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. As a reminder, this is a press preview build, so things might be subject to change, things might be broken, etc, etc. This is going to be my first recorded flight with my new hardware. I don't know if you can hear that. That was me flicking switches with my new hardware that Microsoft sent me. I've wanted some of this, for example, the honeycomb yoke, for a long time, but I cover a lot of things on the channel, and I don't do enough flights and stuff where I could justify it in my head that it was okay for me to go and spend money on this hardware. But I'm so happy I've got it. Oh my god, this honeycomb yoke is fantastic. Spent all day yesterday, actually, sorry, the day before, just offline, flying all over the frickin' place with this equipment. Having foot pedals now, it's kind of weird. The idea of like sort of steering with my feet, especially on the ground, versus, you know, with what looks like a steering wheel is kind of bizarre. But it's really, it is really quite nice. So, what are we doing today? Well, what we're doing today is a combination of a few different requests, effectively. There are a few people who asked for a flyover of Barcelona, and also quite a few people, because the F1 season is underway, and I have become definitely a big racing fan, as a lot of people have. The viewership of the F1 season this year is through the roof, and probably a big part of it actually has to do with the Drive to Survive series on Netflix, and maybe the fact that so many other sports weren't yet kickstarted. So everyone's sort of into it, and so a lot of people had said, hey, why don't you fly over some of the F1 race courses? Originally, the suggestions were coming about Silverstone last week, but this week, the race is going to be just outside of Barcelona, the Barcelona-Catalunya circuit here in Spain, and I thought, yeah, that's great, because I want to visit Barcelona. It'll be a great flight, really, really wonderful to see. And I think it'll make for a lovely day. So I'm addicted to this plane. I really enjoy it a lot. So we're going to be flying this bad boy once again. And we could go through the charts, but let's go ahead and sort of manually go through a bit of a startup procedure here. First of all, we're going to get our power going. That's going to be okay. Let's check. Parking brake is indeed set. That's fine. Fuel status, everything is off. That is groovy, hunky-dory. Pitot heat is off. We're not going to need it. I'll just click that button so that the blinking caution light goes away. It does remind us that the pitot heat is still off, but we're going to be fine. It's 27 degrees on the ground here. We're not going very far up, and as you can see, it is a beautiful day. This is live time, live weather. You know, it's the shore of the Mediterranean. How is it ever not gorgeous? In my experience, it's always beautiful weather. So we'll see that. We've got a bit of a truck moving out just behind. There it is. Just over there. Nice plane sitting around here in the general aviation parking lot. So, I mean, should we go through? The thing is, okay, I'm going to skip the pre-flight checklist. We'll just go to the before engine because there's a lot of overlap there. And we'll, all right, well, you know what? We're not going to use the evaluation. I will do it manually that way. Power lever is indeed set to idle. That is confirmed. Parking brake is set, confirmed there. Master avionics switch is currently off. Gear selector, we are down, green locked, good stuff there. Alternators both on. They are in fact on. Oh yeah, because when I turned on the battery, I also turned on the alternator, so we're good there. Boop, boop, boop. Fuel pumps, oh, sorry, fuel pumps over here, off and off. It is interesting to me, at no point is there a step where you turn these on. It might be part of an alternate start procedure or something like that, but it is interesting. We never turn on the fuel pumps through these checklists, and it seems to work just fine. I'll have to compare maybe. I've downloaded the actual procedures for this plane, and it'll be interesting to compare and contrast over there. Electrical master is indeed on as well, because I've already done that. Done, 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 done. Excellent. Okay, so the start engine will have strobe lights. Now, it is interesting to me. I always think of the strobe and sort of like the beacon a little bit separate. There are actually separate switches on here because I think in like the Cessna, the honeycomb yoke tries to mostly replicate, I think, sort of the Cessna 152, 172 kind of set of boutons. It even has a sort of a key that you turn for like right mag, left mag, both, and start. It doesn't do anything on this plane though, because that's not what the start procedures are. That's not how you control the engines. So I can fiddle with that all I want if I like the nice little clicky sounds, but it won't do anything on this plane. All right, so yeah, we'll put the strobe lights on. Oh, using the switch on the yoke, so lovely. Engine master left on. Left glow is on. That seems great to me. I don't think that D illuminates. I think we just checked that it's... Oh, it does, actually, after a second. That's interesting. And if we go and watch ourselves here, boom, 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 release after just, honestly, a quarter second seems to be fine. As soon as it starts to really move, or if you look over here... Oh, hold on. Hey. Did I skip the... Where do we put extra... Where? Oh, right over here in the pre-flight inspection is when we throw some fuel in here. Interesting. Why would that be in pre-flight and not before engine start? Before engine start, make sure you got gas activated. All right, well, we're fine. So, yeah, low votes. Let's get that kicking in again. There we go. RPM is indeed active. That's interesting. Huh. Well, well, well. All right. Yes, the start annunciator, come on, pan over here, is indeed off. And over here, oil pressures are in the green, RPM's in the right range, looking lovely over there. Oh, we got a plane coming in. So, repeat. So, all we have to do for this is flick on that, hold down the right button, get a little bit of oomph in there, and then release. And that's looking good. Pressure's a little higher on the right than the left, but it probably will normalize in a scooch. The coolant temp's a little lower because it hasn't heated up either, but presumably that's looking fine. RPMs are certainly in the desired range. That's going to be okay. After start, avionics master on as required. Well, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. Power levers, yeah, we're going to keep it under 50%, because it's not warmed up right now. It looks like, yeah, we're going to be fine temperature-wise by the time we start taxiing. So that's good there. Electrical equipment. So, what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to contact the tower. We're just doing a VR... Oh! This guy's getting a pushback into place. It only shows you the pushback equipment for your own plane. But that is really neat, actually. I haven't seen that yet. So let's tune in the ATIS.
Barcelona Airport information, Whiskey 14000 Zulu.
Whiskey's my favorite information.
17 visibility, 6 sky condition.
17, all right.
At 1,100 feet, few clouds. At 4,200 feet, few clouds. At 12,300 feet, temperature. 25 dew point. 10 altimeter 29.901. Visual runway 20 in use. Landing and departing runway 20. VFR aircraft. Say direction of flight.
2029901.
Advise controller on initial contact. You have Whiskey.
I will tell them I have whiskey. Don't worry about that.
Airport information, Whiskey 140.
Okay, and runway 20. Okay. Went into a random ground over here to shut that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my heading bug to 20 over here. Okay, there must be different click points, because sometimes this moves by 10s, and sometimes it moves by 1s when I scroll. Don't know why. Because there are certainly times... Now, if you click, it's always by 1s, but sometimes when you scroll, it goes by 10s. I haven't been able to figure out what determines that, and I'd really like to. Because sometimes by 10s, sometimes by 1s is exactly what I want. Because it doesn't have the dual bit, but I'm just wondering if there's separate click points for it. Anyway, that's going to be okay. I'm also, just as a by-to-by, I'm going to set an altitude thing in our autopilot for 5,000 feet, although I suspect we're going to fly a little bit lower than that. I'm also going to turn on the flight director. I'll put on the heading flight mode, so that'll be able to use the purple indicator on our takeoff as a bit of an idea. I'm also going to punch in some sort of climb, let's say something like 1,500 feet per minute. So again, we'll have the flight director guidance for that, which is going to be useful. But at takeoff, we're going to be just trying to target sort of best rate of climb kind of thing, and see what we can do. All right, after starting engine, that's on. Equipment setups are going to be okay. Strobe light check on. That is indeed the case. Position, landing, and yeah, well, we may as well turn on the position and taxi. We're about to start taxiing. We can wait on the landing lights. I mean, really, we could wait. We could turn off the taxi for a sec. Trim, takeoff, neutral. We're good there. Okay. Taxi instructions will just be release the parking brake, test the tow brakes, lights, fuel pump are going to be off. Fuel selector, yeah, we can verify the cross feed, verify the regular feed, but we're presumably okay over there. And then it's just going to be the before checklist. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to request. Now, so we're going to take off on runway 20, so we're going to be facing south-southwest, but we're going to be going east because our airport here, where we are, is just southwest. This is Barcelona proper, right over here. And the racing course, I think, is here. I gotta be honest, it's a little hard to compare different maps. Would it be a little clearer if I was in satellite view? Now see, that's what I was wondering. Now, the problem is, on the map on my other monitor, I'm having a hard time seeing these waterways. They don't pop the same way over here. Okay, no. So this is still Barcelona. This would be where it looks to me like Highway B20 meets C31. Something like that. So it's not this. It is, in fact, this intersection right over here. Particularly, I think right here is where the Barcelona race course is. So that's going to be our goal. Now, I was not able to figure out, because I thought, wow, wouldn't that be handy? I was not quite able to figure out, pop this to my other screen, where or how you can punch in direct GPS coordinates over here. You can do a direct flight, but I mean, you have to put in a waypoint. On the VFR map here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's not like there's a beacon waypoint anywhere by the race course. There might be, I would assume there's probably a way to directly punch in a GPS coordinate in there, but I don't know how. So anyway, I'm going to say I'm just going to depart east.
Barcelona ground, Diamond Alpha, Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra, request taxi for east departure with whiskey.
With whiskey! What you want to hear from your pilot, right?
Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra, taxi to and hold short of runway 20 using taxiway, contact tower on 1.
Just using taxiway, just period.
Taxiing hold short runway 20
So,
using
we are
taxiway,
not,
X-Ray Golf,
for whatever reason, getting in a line for our taxiway. But runway 20 is this runway right here behind us. So we just have to taxi. Probably that to me looks like a good hold short spot for that. So what we'll do is we'll just ask for a pushback onto this yellow taxi line and do it. I will. The park and brake is currently still on.
Barcelona ground, Diamond Alpha, Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra, requesting pushback. Diamond Alpha,
Oh, turn it off now.
X-Ray Golf, Sierra,
Although I think, because I don't think he actually, it's not giving us the like steps of doing this. And then we want to steer to. How do we consider it? I mean, I want my tail to go towards the right side of the plane, which is, I think, what we're going to say here. Get the pushback started. Dude? You're about to have a real bad day here. Did release the park and brake? Yes, I did. What the heck?
Barcelona ground, Diamond Alpha, Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra.
Actually, just used a
steer the aircraft to the right.
Oh yeah, so it turns out to the right would be the bad thing anyway, because he's turning that way. Oh no, it is good. Okay. Now straight.
Barcelona
Just
ground,
never
Diamond
started the
Alpha,
straight
Sierra,
pushback.
X-Ray
Actually, I
Golf,
should just have
Sierra,
asked for a stop.
requesting pushback to push
Stop,
the
stop, stop,
aircraft
stop.
straight.
All right, this could use a little bit of improvement. Sorry, dude, you just got murdered. Okay, stop. I got this, bro.
Ground, Diamond Alpha, Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra, requesting the end of pushback. Diamond Alpha, Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra, request to end pushback received.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to be done with that step. That's for sure. So, if we're back in here, can I actually see... Sort of can see where I'm going. Okay. So, we're just going to give ourselves a little wee bit of throttle here. Yeah, get out of here, buddy. Look at that guy. He's holding his head because he got smacked by a plane. Poor guy. Okay. Not steer with the yoke, Quill. That's not how you do it. There we go. You're using your foot pedals. Good job. Okay. Try to get onto this taxiway line without overspeeding or anything. So far, so good. Oh, big airliner landed over there. I can't tell what that one is. Well, given what's in the game, that must be the Airbus, right? Okay, we are speeding up way too much. Toe brake, toe brake, toe brake, toe brake. Just right toe brake. Oh, loving it. Loving it. Now, I want to go left here, but there's not actually... That's interesting. Am I allowed to make a left here? I'm gonna. But you see how, like, the taxiway lines don't actually connect up over here? So I don't know sort of what's intended there. But this is what I'm going to do. Because I want to go this way. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm overdoing it maybe with the toe brake. Come on, don't stop completely. Don't stop me now. I'm going right over here. That's going to be where I decide to hold short of the runway. Looking clear left and right. Excellent. How far are we in? 15 minutes. We haven't left the ground yet. Excellent. Well, that's what we do. When you do the full pre-flight procedure, stuff like that's bound to happen. Because it takes a little bit of prep work. But the actual flying we're going to do is going to be pretty short today. And a lot of people did want to see, you know, more cold and dark starts. So there's one of those. Try to follow the yellow brick road to here. Thank you. Runway 20 and 02, depending on what end we're looking at. And stop. Okay. All right. Parking brake on. Let's contact the tower as instructed and request takeoff.
Barcelona Tower Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready at runway 20 departure to the east. Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra cleared for takeoff runway 20 departure to the east approved.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up on the runway. We'll do the final before takeoff check and then we'll go. Release parking brake, throttle up. It's good, free, clear. Oh, throttle back about 50. Seems to keep a pretty good rate. We're just gonna turn to the right because this is the end of the runway right over here. Gonna turn to the right, line up, and then I'll probably take slightly longer on here than, you know, they might like because other planes, of course, are going to want to take off and land. Airports aren't quite as busy right now as they are in real life. Although, I don't know, maybe in real life we're not so busy either. And that looks pretty good. Throttle down, hit the parking brake, hop inside. Let's do the final before takeoff checklist. So, parking brake is currently set. The trim is set to the takeoff. The fuel selectors, they're both on and locked. The directional trim is centered at 0% or 0 degrees. Flaps, thank you. We are in fact going to bring the flaps down 1 notch to take off. Excellent. Flight controls, I just checked. Landing lights. Oh, I didn't turn off the taxi lights. I'm such a bad boy. There you go. Landing lights are on. Parking brake, release, and ready to go. Transponder, we haven't been told to do anything, so it's just going to be power levels to maximum. And we'll do the roll. All right, that's going to be great, and I'm going to be using my footsies to stay lined up, which is still a pretty foreign thing to me. Throttle to max, and let's go. So, we've got our heading bug set. I think the runway actually, I don't have my, I didn't pull up the graphs. I think the alignment is 198. Might be 199. But I've got my heading bug set to 200, and that's going to be okay. So, I'm going to tell you something once we take off here. I actually started recording this video, and partway through the flight, I'm like, wow, why are things just so ugly? Are the servers not up or something? Am I not getting, you know, live map data? And then finally, about 25 minutes into the video, I realized that I had been doing some tests at different video quality settings. You're up. And I'd started recording on everything set to very, very low graphic settings, which was a result of my testing. So we're just trying to maintain about 95 knots. Oh, I've drifted slightly too far to the right from what I would prefer. That's okay. East departure, contact you. Yep. Sounds good. I mean, so basically I can do what I want. I'm going to go ahead and just clear the airport here. Again, I didn't look up the charts, so there's probably a, you know, don't make any turns until you get to altitude blah, which is basically, I mean, we're probably at that. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my flaps. Let that settle, and then I'll take a left turn, and we're going to follow the coast to the east. Let's go ahead and do that now. Once we're sort of stabilized heading east, we'll switch to some external views. They're pitching up a fair bit here. Still looking to climb. I don't want to go too high because I want to be able to, you know, see things here. Okay, coming up on east. Let me slowly pull out of the roll while trying to maintain altitude. Rather climb profile, I guess. There we go. Now, I'm going to try to probably start leveling off here. I don't want to go too high. I'm actually going to pull back on my throttle now.
X-ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Alright, groovy.
Barcelona Tower Diamond Alpha
I'm just
Sierra,
switching to
X-ray Golf
the approach
Sierra,
here.
frequency change.
But we're not going to request flight following or anything like that. We'll just listen in over there, and that's going to be okay. Alright, now, I don't need the flight director actually at all, really, anymore. But I'll leave it up, because I might just do things. I can just ignore the purple line. I think now's the time to go to external view! Hey, the graphics are turned on again. The thing is, I was looking, I'm like, well, I don't know, is the servers down? Like, what's going on? I can't figure it out. And then ultimately I did, but I still like, you know, it's not the worst looking. Like, the textures are a little bit not right, but if you were like, you know, at least 5,000 feet off the ground, I don't think you'd notice. And it turns out it was just being dumb anyway. Okay, so, airport being left over there. Beautiful day today. Nice chunky mountains and hills. And then over here, this is Barcelona proper. Now, I have never been to Barcelona, but my wife has. And what we've done is we've actually done a few sort of virtual tours through stuff like Google Earth and Street View and different things like that. Again, you know, Microsoft is probably like, no, talk about Bing. It's like, I'm sorry, it's not what I was using. This is not sponsored by Microsoft, but I still feel bad that they keep talking about their competitor stuff while showcasing their game. But I mean, I gotta say, the Microsoft Bing Azure stuff, really good for flight simulator things. Never used your website for anything else, but good stuff in the flight simulator anyway. Yeah, so we've done these virtual tours, and so I've got a bit of an idea. Now, I'm quite curious as to whether the Sagrada Familia, is that what it's called? The big kick-ass cathedral that is kind of weird looking. I wonder if it's going to be here. This, I don't think Barcelona is one of the areas in the game that has been handcrafted. Yeah, because I don't think there's a star here on the map. So to me, that likely means it doesn't have any custom scenery objects. But it's possible that there's something there. Let's see what happens as we fly over the town proper. Let me do a little trimming. So I'm feeling, yeah, I've got to add a little back pressure, so I'll trim a couple of notches there. And you got to wait and see, because, you know, as your attitude changes, your speed changes. As your speed changes, your climb profile changes. Hey, didn't I pull back to 75%? Oh yeah, the power's at 75, but the RPM is still in the sweet spot, and it's automatically working the prop feather for the RPM profile. There's no RPM levers on this plane. A little bit more back trim, not too much. Hands are off the yoke right now, and everything is feeling pretty good. A bit of a slow descent, but there'll keep being some micro adjustments happening over here. All right, let's get a top-down view. Look at this thing. What is this? I don't know. Now, I do know that there are some great little places for breakfast or lunch up on these little docks and quays, or quays if you prefer. But I say quays because it is actually perfectly fine and correct, and a little bit more French. But yeah, you can get yourself a little pastry and a coffee in the morning. Go sit in one of these places, have the cool air coming off the sea. Nice marina over there. Nice park here too. Now it's not very far from the coast, but I don't know where it is. This is classic Barcelona from the sky, isn't it? It's just so classic. Every shot you've got. There's probably, check the chat, there'll probably be a timestamp where it says, okay, right here in this quadrant of the screen, you can go ahead and see it. Try not to move my camera as frenetically as I often have, because some people have said I maybe move a little too much, but it's because I want to see everything all the time. Not my fault. Everything's just so pretty. Especially when you actually have your graphics turned on. Hey! This, railroads? I mean, no, that must be rail. Sometimes it's a little hard. You got to go into squint mode a little bit to see if it's a road or rail. Ooh, we're still very much descending here. A couple of notches. I mean, admittedly, I don't have full throttle, but I was trying to avoid going too fast. Now, I'm sure I'm still violating all kinds of minimums for our flight. Deal with it. Okay, so what we want to do here is, yeah, it's north of this mountain range. Probably right over here is the race course. Let's go see. Nudge the throttle accidentally. Then give me a little more throttle. See what we can do. So, if I compare this... What is this? Corsico del Parc de la Serralada de Marina. I think is this stuff over here. Is this stuff over here. And the race course, the circuit, is right over here, I believe, in this little crossroads. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this up. Don't repaint those for me, please and thank you. Okay, textures are a little muddy here. But we are really close to the ground, actually. Okay, let me go throttle up, pitch up, climb, climb, climb. Give us a little bit more breathing room over this. Okay. Nose down a little bit more. Oh yeah, our airspeed was awfully low, but we did climb aggressively, and that seems okay. Yeah, why is this? There's this one fuzzy patch. Did this not download? Look at this. I mean, it might not have flyover information. Wow, that's, Huh. So yeah, we're still going... Oh, so no, we got quite a ways to go. I think it's... Actually, hold on. I think it's in this little crossroads, maybe? Or that one. Maybe that one. Hopefully we can spot it. Oh, is this a quarry? Just maybe the shadows seem wrong for the elevation here. Know what I mean? I feel like something's a little off. Right with that spot. I don't know. Alright, so if I am vaguely sort of aware... Oh, so there's a motocross circuit. Theoretically? Somewhere right over here? That I'm flying over? Oh, I wonder if it's this. Motocross would be like motorcycles, right? Like dirt bikey kind of things in rough terrain? I think so. But, alright, so if I vaguely got this, I think this is the C-33 and C-17 below me right now. Below me, you guys. Oh! That looks like a race course. That looks like a race course. A little puff of cloud. What's the outside air temperature looking like? 24 degrees. Okay. I don't have to worry about any icing or anything like that. I mean, I wouldn't think so. I think... Yeah, that looks about right to me. That looks like a racing circuit to me. Also, that looks like a dirt racing kind of circuit over here, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Oh! Actually, is there going to be, like, visible signage for it? Is it so big that it comes up on satellite imagery, or was it hand-placed, that thing right over here? I don't know. Oh, go away, clouds. Hold on. Let me go down a little bit. Throttle back, nose down a scooch as well. Thank you. Well, that seems to me like it deserves some screenshotting. Screen. Print screen. Yep. Circuit de Catalunya. Print screen. Toggle. Print screen. Nice. Oh, I can't wait for the live update. There's still some UI things I feel are missing in this build. One, the toggle of the HUD, and two, the sim rate changes still aren't on the screen. So I have to remember how many clicks of time acceleration I gave the game before I do anything. You know, before, like, when I try to go back to normal, that I can actually find the normal again. Okay, let's go and head back to the coast for a little bit. I'll wrap this up shortly. Well, I suppose we could land at an airport. I could go back and land at the original airport, but I'm wondering if there's one ahead anywhere. Well, I guess the best way to maybe do that, hopefully not die along the way here, is nearest enter. Right. I don't want to just go back though. Direct. Activate. There we are. And CDI, please put me to GPS mode. Excellent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit nav mode on this. So it should lock me in. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, alright. We'll just sort of vaguely watch the purple line. Let me back up here for instrumentation. So the flaps are up, the gears are currently up. All good and groovy. Now, where are we going? Lesk, was that where I started? LESK? I don't remember. Aerodrome de Can Morags. Cool. Oh, just traffic. Okay, so it's uncontrolled. Oh, well, let's go and see it. 20 and 2. Okay. Let's see where we're going. Still climbing, which for now is okay-ish. Nah, I don't know. I'm going to throttle back a bit. Where are we? We are over those hills right now. Oh, gorgeous. So we're going somewhere over here, a little bit more inland. I don't have to be on the purple line. But something vaguely like this will probably intersect us with this. So we're going to be coming at it from the... from the southeast, but maybe what I'll do is actually, if I keep to the left a little bit, I will come directly from the south. So we're gonna let people know. We're not very far away. GPS, we are 7.4 nautical miles away. So we're gonna say that we're taking runway 20. And we are going to be doing full stop once we get there. And, we're not really on any... we're not in a pattern right now. Here, I'm gonna announce my position.
Lima Echo Sierra Kilo Traffic Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 7 miles east 2,100 feet inbound to land runway 20.
Excellent. Just vaguely let the other airplanes go. Let them know. Look out! I'm coming in for a landing, and I don't care what you've got to say about it, because I am not stopping now. Don't stop me now. Now, do I have all the assist tools up? I think so, actually, for the purpose of navigation is what I meant. Oh no! I turned them off for some screenshots. Hold on. I want to turn these all on, because I've come to realize there's a lot of cool markers out there that actually makes it way more interesting. Ooh. Wait. That's not what I meant to turn on, but hold on. Is that... That's why I didn't have the markers, because I had the taxi ribbon turned off. Landing path? I'm going to turn this off after this. You know what? Let's take a look at this. Is this my landing path? Because, yeah, you see the markers for the airport. That's handy. But I realize there's markers for all kinds of landmarks and stuff that happen. And it's actually, when you're doing sightseeing stuff like this, turn these markers on for your sightseeing. It's freaking awesome. Okay, let's try to hit this landing path. Well, we're not going to come into it over here, but that's okay. We'll just sort of meet up into the brackets partway into all this. Oh, this is fascinating. Let me actually reset my view. Yep, fly from here. I like it with the honeycomb yoke. They sort of programmed in. I'm sure this just mapped to some other buttons. Yeah, too fast. Oh, that's cool. Hold on. You know what? No, I want to see this whole thing. I want to see this whole thing. So I can hit up hat to get like a better view out the front window. Down hat is here. This is the default if you reset your view. If I down hat again, it goes into instrument view, and now I hit, oops, there we go. If I hit left, right, sort of on the hat, it just cycles the different instrument positions, which I think is awesome. Okay, let's just put in a little bit of distance this way, and then pull a big UE and see what the deal. I wasn't aware I was going to be showing off another feature today, but that is very exciting. I like it. Very helpful for new players, but honestly, it's also very helpful for anyone going to a airport they're unfamiliar with. Which here, I just arbitrarily picked an airport here, right? So it's not like I'm looking up charts or anything like that to get sense of anything. Probably what I was going to have to do is actually do is enter the pattern to get a little bit of sighting going on to see what's going on. But this seems fun. trim here because I'm actually having to apply a lot of forward pressure. Maybe I over-trimmed because now I'm doing back pressure, because why not? Speed's definitely very high, but pull back a little on the throttle. Now, let's go ahead and make a U-turn. While trying to maintain altitude while we're actually climbing here. On a little while I do this. No. So it should be coming up relatively soon. Roll. Go. Pattern entry. 3 nautical miles. Enter at 1,800 feet. Look at all these markers for that. So yeah, again, I think I'm going to leave the sightseeing markers on. I talked about turning it off, the airports and stuff. And I mean, maybe, you know, now the airport stuff is really, like, the airport marker is really helpful. Since I have a really hard time seeing things at a distance. But I'm going to be leaving on all the markers for cities and landmarks. Because it's awesome! Now, is this an airport? Sudbury? Yes. That is an airport. Where I took off from, was it? Harrison? Okay. Focus. Focus. My speed. Okay, it is not dropping. So I'm having to apply a little bit of back pressure here in order to maintain this. So are these brackets going to change colors? I'm wondering if they do if you hit them. I mean, I guess they don't have to, because like you're not looking at look back at the markers. That's not really what matters. They could just disappear, or they could stay. Actually, they might just stay because this is like the whole process here. So yeah, we're gonna be taking a left into our final. So, we're on our base leg, right? I think.
Lima Echo Sierra Kilo Traffic Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is on base runway 20.
Fast. Yeah, but I'm also a little too low. Fast. Let me pull back on that and deploy a level of flap. A little bit of up pitch. The flaps to slow us down. Alright, I'll throttle back. Okay. A little worried about my angle of attack here. I'll just pitch up some more. I wonder what speed it's actually thinking I should be going at. Really having to fight. Oh! Oh! It's blue for our speed now. Gotcha. Alright. But I think I do need to give a little bit more throttle here, because I still want to be a little bit more vertically centered inside these brackets. Like from the outside. Oh, there we go. Cool. Feels faster from the outside than from in. Alright. Do this. Throttle. Yep, I was going to say, we're about to go too fast, especially since I don't have to be climbing now. Throttle can come fairly far back. And turn. Try not to lose too much altitude during the turn. Oh wait. Oh no. See, I wasn't looking at the compass. Now. Oh, sorry. That was my downwind. Now on the base. Okay. Yeah, if I'd looked at my compass, I would have realized what I was doing. But why would I do that? Well, not my compass, really, my gyro. But if I'd looked at my heading. Okay. Trim a little because I'm still applying a ton of back pressure. Okay, final flap level. Make this turn, and then I'm going to deploy my landing gear. Boom. Okay. Now speed's definitely going to bleed off. Runway. I mean, I'm not really seeing any asphalt up there. Any tarmac for you Europeans. I don't know if that's more of a European thing or just a UKian thing. Tarmac, of course, being a brand name. And the Brits do love to use genericized brand names. I am not really seeing a runway, you guys. Is this an airport that's not an airport again? Like the one we had in Portland? Hang on. Abort, 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 abort. Throttle up. Vertical, let's bring the gear up. Oh, it is a grass strip. Now I think this is probably decommissioned. That's what I'm thinking. Actually, want to announce abandoning plan is what I want to announce. Can I GG out of this? Oh, there it is. Roll down, of course. Back. Let's land here instead. I still have full flaps. Probably. Make straight in runway 13. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, no, oh, shit. Had it never deployed flaps? Maybe I was hitting my button wrong. I'm just seeing on the UI here, I don't have any flaps at all. That might have been one of the reasons I was having a hard time. Alright. Cleared to land, runway 13. Well, it's just here. Alright, full flaps are there. Gears coming down. Where's the runway? Okay. Maybe some of these potentially decommissioned airports maybe need to be cleaned up. But it's actually interesting that you can land there. I mean, I guess, you know, as a pilot, you're sort of expecting to have a little bit of knowledge. If you just avoid the ones that are just traffic. Oh, there you go. Too fast. Fast too high. We're way back on this. If you ignore the ones that are just traffic, unless you know that that's really what it is, and you just stick to controlled airports, then you're probably going to be okay. Okay. Coming in. A little more to the right. Okay. Getting off too much speed, I think. Yep. Yep. Hang on. Well, that is bad. But I mean, we started all this. This is a pretty sudden and immediate landing at a place where we weren't prepared. That's hard landing. Ooh, that's gonna rattle the bones. Yep. Okay, that was woo. Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Diamond X-ray Golf Sierra exit runway when able.
Alrighty. I could have maybe left at the last one, but we'll go ahead and I don't know, left or right. I don't know, we'll go right. Yeah, that was incredibly hard landing. I don't want to know the G-forces on that one. That was like, we're just like, oh, we're here. We're landing immediately. Okay, just I guess that's that.
Going to 121.6 Diamond X-ray Golf Sierra.
Actually, don't know if it's going to send me left or right here. Let me come to a halt.
Sabadell ground, Diamond Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taxi to parking.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taxi to general aviation parking.
Taxiway A, cross running 13. Alpha Bravo Charlie.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha cross runway 13 Alpha
Left.
Bravo Charlie.
Chose wrong.
X-ray Golf Sierra.
Throttle up. Full turn. Little left toe brake to assist with this as well. If I had split my prop control here, which I can do, but I'm not configured for that, I could just stick to just applying right propeller as well to assist with those sharper turns. This is not a very wide taxiway, and I'm trying to steer with my yoke. Flaps are up. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. Build too much speed. landing or anything crazy like that. Nope, we're all good. All right. You can keep going. Yeah, 50% throttle on this plane tends to feel pretty good. It feels like you do accelerate a little, but not too much. Just apply a little brake when you need it. Just to keep it a bit under control and to make the corners. There we are. Is that where I'm going, that ramp? Okay. This does feel really narrow, doesn't it? I mean, it's all we need. As long as there's nothing my wings are going to hit, we're going to be A-okay. That was really bumpy right there. I started thinking, like, am I going so fast? Am I, like, about to take off? No. Nothing of the sort. Brakes. Making the corner. Probably didn't have to go quite that slow, but I don't want to roll the plane. That would be expensive. A wingtip strike. Make the corner. There you go. Okay, came to a full halt. I'll up for a sec just to help. Go back down to about 50%. Well, that's not exactly what I thought the flight would do, and that was a very bad landing. But it was very last minute. Like, what do you mean, fly straight in? What? Oh crap, I'm there. And yeah, I don't... Is it possible I never deployed the flaps? I may have been hitting a wrong button. I'm still getting used to my new throttle quadrant and stuff. I suspect I was hitting the wrong button. Make the corner. Excellent. Well, I'm very excited to be able to see the F1 circuit. I think a tour of more of those could be very interesting, because they're all in interesting cities as well. I don't know what's next on the card. Now, part of the problem is, of course, many of the F1 circuits are not going to happen this year because of coronavirus. Maybe we could visit some of the ones that aren't in use. You know, make sure they get a little bit of love and attention in these difficult times. Okay, around there, and well, I was probably supposed to make a UE there. Well, I don't know. And cut the throttle, apply the parking brake, and if we kill the engines, it will complete the flight for us at this point. Let me go. Again, I forgot to turn my taxi lights on because, of course, why would I do otherwise? Kill the engines, and flight complete. There we go. Get a little bit more time logged onto my account, and another video in the bag for this. Where am I going to fly next? Well, I'm really mostly eager for the ability to stream this stuff. There's a bunch of flights I want to do with live people because it's going to be so much more interesting. But we'll get a little bit more YouTube only content before the embargo changes. So hopefully you guys are still into that. I think what I'm going to do next is I think I'm going to take on one of these bush flight challenges. I think I'm going to do the Brockenridge to Mariposa. We'll see what we can do. It's a little bit of a longer flight, but I think it's going to be very fun. Might get lost along the way. We'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.